Today on Design Santa Barbara, we have my dear friend Frank Goss again. I appreciate it for being on our show. And we have a beautiful painting. And would you kindly please explain to our viewers what it is about?
Absolutely, but I should remind, and you know, that we have been friends for more than 20 years. So.
Well, yes.
Which is about 3/4 of your life, I think.
Very kind. Yes, we have been friends over 20 years.
Today, we have brought this painting done in Mexico in 1941. The greatest illustrator, painter in American history is Norman Rockwell. And he did barbershop scenes and coffee shop scenes and scenes in all kinds of daily life that got used on magazine covers and that sort of thing. In Mexico, the equivalent artist is Jesus Guerra, said there, Jesus Guerra. And you can see this is by Guerra. And there are very, very few that I know of, only 2 paintings outside of the collection that is in the Samoya Museum in Mexico City. And how Guerra got started is he did posters and cigarette package covers for the Gallos family, who had all of the posters and all of the cigarettes that were manufactured in Mexico were done by his company. And he contracted with Guerra, because he was such a good illustrator, to do those illustrations. And then part of the deal was that he got to keep the artwork, the original artwork, and it all went into a warehouse. Somehow this got loose of that deal, and it ended up in the United States in the 70s, brought by a film family, whose name I won't use, but a well-known film family. And when the final members of the family passed away, this went up to auction. And it has come to us, and you would know a lot about this painting just by your history. We all know Ritchie Valens' great song, La Bamba.
La Bamba.
This painting is titled La Bamba, and it turns out there's a La Bamba before Ritchie Valens. If you are Oaxacan or a Veracruzana, at a wedding you dance the dance called La Bamba, and these people are dancing this dance. And this is the dress that is prescribed in all of the literature about that dance, the apron, the little scarf, this little knotted element.
Tell me about that little knot.
Right, and at some point in the ceremony, that gets untied and put on the ground in a certain design, and they dance in and out of the circles, and that's part of the ancient dance. And his outfit is, although nowhere near as interesting, is the official outfit for a fellow getting married in Veracruz. Guerra continued to do this work until his passing, and the Gallos family kept them all in a warehouse. And eventually, the tobacco company and the company that did calendars were purchased by Carlos Slim, who you know of as having a very interesting history, and is one of the world's richest men. When Carlos Slim did the deal, he intended to buy the cigarette company and the calendar company, which were both very successful, from the Gallos family. And the story is told that he went to see where the company was and the little parts of the company that were on a campus in northern Mexico. And while he was there, a fellow came in and said, "Hey boss, what do you want us to do with all the paintings?" And Carlos Slim said, "What paintings?" And lo and behold, he had purchased, in addition to the elements of the deal, he had purchased these paintings. And he gave them to his daughter, Samoya, and today they are in the Samoya Museum in Mexico City.
Frank, thank you very much. This was a wealth of knowledge as you are, and wonderful piece. Thank you.